Resolution on the Ceasefire and Truce Agreement between Cambodia and Thailand. We, member parties of the Centrist Democrat International (CDI-IDC), in our ongoing, relentless efforts to uphold the value of centrist democracy and a sense of human dignity that encompass the broad range of social, cultural, and political foundations rooted in the principle of unity, of diversity, solidarity, inclusivity, and justice are the core strengths of our international cooperation, hereby express our strong support for peaceful settlement of disputes between and among nations, states, or groups, restoration of peace and stability, reconciliation, and international harmony. While we were deeply concerned over the rising conflict and divisions, we take a moment to congratulate the Kingdom of Cambodia and the Kingdom of Thailand on the peace deal reached on 26 October 2025, held during the 47th ASEAN Summit and related meeting held in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. We are profoundly thankful of President Donald J. Trump for his steadfast leadership in brokering and spearheading the peace talk and agreements, facilitated by Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim as the chair of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations ASEAN 2025, and with the unwavering support of the People's Republic of China and the international community in the peace process. We also highly valued the active participation of the international community, those call for peace and support for ASEAN ceasefire mediation efforts since the conflict flared up on July 24 to 28, 2025, preventing further escalation and save countless lives on both sides of the conflict. We also express our sincere gratitude to the international community for providing humanitarian aid to displaced people immediately after the conflict ended. We empathize our strong and full support for the ceasefire agreement and the peace truce and ask that both sides honor these agreements in good faith and implement them in accordance with the terms and purpose of the agreements. On this note, we urge the removal of unexploded ordnance, especially the cluster munition and other war, renamed to restore the normalcy to the social, cultural, and economic life to the people living in the affected area and to protect their safety and security on solid humanitarian ground. We call on the immediate and unconditional release of the 18 captured Cambodian soldiers illegally captured by Thai Army on 29 July 2025 after the ceasefire agreement reached on 28 July 2025. We firmly believe that it is our duty to put an end to all kinds of human atrocity and the abuse of the international law, including the international humanitarian law, by armed forces of the conflicting parties. We noted that the ceasefire and peace agreement remained fragile as evidenced by the recently brief deadly assault by Thai soldiers on the unarmed civilian living in Banteay Meanchey province of Cambodia on 12 November 2025, leading to 1 Cambodian civilian dead and 3 injured. Therefore, we vehemently condemn such a coward act of unprovoked attack, the use and the threat of use of force, and its coordinated provocation. In tandem, we earnestly call on the Thai government and Thai Army to fully respect the highest level of sincerity, integrity, and decency, the active peace agreement, the charters of ASEAN and the United Nations in resolving the border conflict peacefully. We urgently call on the international community to help restore the UNESCO World Heritage Site and other cultural heritage damage during the armed clashes by having artillery, shelling, and aerial bombings. In addition, we call for thorough investigation into the alleged destruction of these cultural assets of humanity and also for their full protection. In as much as the international rule of law, humanism, and justice are concerned, we call on the leadership of CDI-IDC to galvanize collective voice and action by our global political parties and partners in advancing world peace, security, stability, progress, and prosperity without compromising the core value and principle of the Charter of the United Nations and all prevailing international treaty and conventions.